Hi, I'm Chris Peterson with Brazos 1031 Exchange. A lot of times a question that we get is, how long do I have to complete my 1031 exchange? And the answer is actually very simple. From the time that you close on the property that you're selling, you have 180 days in which to purchase your replacement property or properties. So your exchange has to be completed within 180 days. Now, in that 180 days, in the first 45 days, you have to identify what it is that you're gonna buy. And so what that looks like in practice, because people kind of get tied up with the question of, what do you mean I have to identify it, and what does that look like? And it sounds complicated. But the truth is, we give you a very simple form to fill out. It has some blanks on it, and you just write down the street address, or the appraisal district number, or the legal description for the property. And you just would write that in, 123 Pine Street, Marietta, Georgia. And that is good enough to identify the property. So within that 45 days, you're gonna identify what it is that you wanna buy. We often suggest that you list backups on that form, because you can list multiple properties. And so that gives you some choices in case something falls through on a contract. And then you have a grand total of 180 days in which you are going to finish your purchases and complete your exchange. Now the clock starts running on the day after you close on the sale of the property. And one word of warning, this 180 days and the 45-day deadlines, those cannot be extended. So you just have to get it done during those time periods. The only exception is when there's some kind of federally declared disaster, and then the IRS may extend deadlines for somebody who is buying or selling in a certain region. But for the most part, there's not going to be any extensions, so don't plan on it. It also doesn't matter if your deadline falls on a Saturday, a Sunday, or a legal holiday. So you got to be prepared in advance. So if something's going to happen and it's going to fall on Christmas Day and the title company is going to be closed, then you need to close before that time period. You're going to have to close, by Christmas Eve, because we can't extend the deadline. So 180 days, first 45 days you're going to identify, and those are the timelines that you got to keep in mind as you're doing a 1031 exchange. Again, I'm Chris Peterson. If you have more questions about 1031 exchanges, check out our videos on YouTube, or take a look at our website at brazos1031exchange.com. Or if you still have questions, or if you need help in doing an exchange and you're looking for a qualified intermediary or exchange agent to help you, we'd be glad to do that. So just give us a call. And thanks for watching the video.